Welcome to today's video. I hope you are well. If you need cryptocurrency and you want to learn more, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button. Press all notifications. You will see me 6 times a week teaching you cryptocurrency about different coins and all kinds of cool funky stuff. Now let's talk about Matic Network. I spoke about it in the last week or so. Got a really good response. A lot of people interested in Matic bringing it out because I feel that a lot of people are quite scared of investing in IEOs. I'm not suggesting invest in IEOs because I think the Binance system isn't the greatest in the world. It's quite, it's very selective, but there's always room for cryptocurrency gains in good projects that have just been released to the market. No matter what condition, if it's a good project and it's new, it's always going to get interest. So Matic is one of them. I really like it. I'm going to talk about 8 facts that Matic can bring to cryptocurrency and why you should know these before you physically invest. So let's get started. Right, so let's get into it. Now I'm in my dark screen again. I do apologise if the lighting is a bit distorted. I'm in the UK. We are never guaranteed weather no matter where I am. So I want to talk quite simply. This is kind of what I've got to deal with every day. I've got to decide whether to do a video or not, but I've got to because I want to put content out there. So let's talk very frankly about Matic Network and why I believe it's quite good. But first of all, just remember this. Cryptocurrency investing is quite risky. You need to know what you're doing. And if you check out the pinned comment, I've got a Telegram group with over 600 people in there now. So please jump in. It's completely free. You can ask any questions you want and also get in touch with me. If you state that you're from YouTube, you can get some free Expire tokens. Freebies. Cool. We use a tipping bot. But also, you can start your cryptocurrency journey in an educational course from £5. So check out the links below. So let's talk about Matic. What is it? Matic describes itself as a 2-layer scaling solution that uses sidechains for the off-chain computation while ensuring asset security using a plasma framework and a decentralized network of proof of stake validators. So it's proof of stake and it uses an adapted version of plasma, and I'm going to come on to that in the next one. But someone rightly commented saying it's not plasma. It's not. It's an adapted version of plasma. If you don't know what plasma is, check out the link in the description and it goes into it in a bit more detail. Number 2, Matic Network claims to have worked on implementations of Plasma MVP, minimum viable plasma, wallet connection protocol, and Ethereum event notification engine, Dagger. That's what it's going to be known as. Basically what this does, to go backwards and talk about the event notification, it tells you when the Ethereum network is congested, when and where it should use the Ethereum chain. Technically, what's going to happen is the Matic network will use its off-chain first, then once it's okay to, it will put it onto the Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum's had issues in the past. Long-term kind of issues with Ethereum has been scaling solutions when it's bottlenecked, when it's congested, when it gets quite expensive to use it, and it prioritizes those fees. Now, what this will do is, in a nutshell, it will tell it when and where it can use the actual blockchain of Ethereum to put the transactions on there. Wallet protocol is quite simple. It can connect to other wallets and it can be used all over different blockchains and all that good stuff. It's pretty good. It's pretty technical. Number 3, Matic provides a Matic wallet. The wallet is already out there on the app stores. Payment APIs, very useful, and SDKs, products and other solutions that will allow developers to design, implement and migrate dApps built on platforms like Ethereum. Basically a dApp. Matic plans to support other blockchains in the future, which is really good, to offer interoperability alongside scalability to existing public blockchains. So this is huge. It's going to make it a dApp that is on the Ethereum network at the minute, which Ethereum will use as a scaling solution, but also people can run on the Matic blockchain and build their own, implement their own, and obviously migrate their own dApps on their own platform, using also the Ethereum blockchain to use the power essentially. So it's pretty bloody good, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's really the sort of sucker punch that Ethereum needed, but on their side. Remember back in the day where EOS and Tronex and VeChain, for example, were using the Ethereum blockchain? Well, this is going to use the Ethereum blockchain, but it can also use its own. So it doesn't have to depart fully away from it, which is very, very handy. Number 4. Matic Network aims to bring 65,000 transactions per second over a period of time live on their network. Basically, transactions per second is how many transactions can it actually fulfill in a second. This is 10,000 less than Visa, which is at the current rate. That is worldwide, around the world, currently being used. This is for cryptocurrency, massive for payments. Payment solutions is huge, considering how many Bitcoin get per second. 6. Ethereum, 15 at current rate. Even Litecoin, I think it's about 12, maybe 10. You know, massive difference. Even XRP is 1,500. So 65,000 is a colossal, huge number when you consider this is going to be used mainly for payments, which is pretty good. Developments. Now, this is where I get a little bit excited. So this is going to be broken up into little month sections, okay? This is why I've invested in it. Now, if you check out my Telegram, I've openly spoke about my investment in Matic. It's on my premium challenge where I'm trying to flip investments from a low amount of money, okay? So basically you buy low, sell high, very, very obvious, but you do it based off news and developments. Matic fits that framework very nicely. So in June, verify and watch fraud protocols. So that is the development that's coming out in the end of this month. July though, beta mainnet, pretty handy. OX protocol implementation. You've also got Plasma, the adapted Plasma essentially, fast exit services, which will basically be used on their network. So they're big developments, okay? August, you've also got another token implementation, which is going to be put onto the Ethereum mainnet. But September, you got liquidation pool integration. You got network mainnet launch of Matic, which is pretty huge. You got the Matic sidechain app store, which is basically going to be the dApps. And then you've got the Bitcoin asset interoperability. So basically, you can be able to use Bitcoin on the network. Oosh! So in terms of buy the rumor, sell the news, they fit the boxes because people will talk about it. Media will hype it. People will talk about it. It's going to get more interest, and we've already seen what Matic can do when it gets a bit of hype. Next one, the supply and the token distribution from the sale. Circulating supply is 2.160 billion. So 2.1 billion. Total supply 10 billion. So quite a heavy supply. Don't expect a massive amount of price action with this in terms of long term, as it is not going to go to $20, $30. Do simple maths, you should know it by now because I often speak about it. Circulation supply times by the price will give you the market capitalization. Make sure that market capitalization number is realistic. In terms of the spread, where did the money go? Where has the token distribution gone? Ecosystem 23%, foundation 22%, investors 19%, team 16%, which I think is quite high in my personal opinion. Network operations 12%, so that's for marketing and all that kind of funky stuff. Private sale 4% and advisors 4%. So it's interesting. There's a lot for the team, but the team is quite big. There's quite a lot of knowledgeable people in there, and like anything, you just got to be, you know, make sure you buy at a good price and make sure you know where these tokens like percentages are going and how they're used. In terms of the community, the last bit I want to mention on this little dark bit is obvious really. We've got 27,000 people in Telegram, which is quite a lot, quite a big community, and 16,000 on Twitter, sorry. So they've got some big numbers, and they've also got the likes of Medium, they've got GitHub, they've also got other little community side pages such as Reddit. But ultimately, my opinion of Matic is pretty strong. I like it a lot. I think it's a very good solution for Ethereum. I think scalability in the use of Ethereum network and the blockchain, and obviously the likes of Plasma, is pretty key. But ultimately, it's a good long-term investment for payment solutions. 65,000 transactions per second where people can use this sidechain, they can use it as a dApp, is pretty key in my honest opinion. So where can you buy it? Let's have a little look at what exchange you can use to buy. So mainly you can use Binance. Personally, I would use Binance if I want to buy this. It was the main daddy of the IEO, and currently, right now, it's in a bit of a dip. It's doing quite well long term. It's already up quite a lot in our, return of investment if you were buying at IEO. But even before then, it's doing quite well. It pumped quite a lot, a bit of hype, but I think now it's kind of settled down a little bit. It will probably go again with the mainnet kind of hype and Plasma, for example. Really good developments. But if you're going to look at buying this, personally, I would look at Binance, obviously Binance. Don't look too much at the other ones. Personally, you go for the ones with high liquidity. Bitcoin and USDT Tether as a pair is the most popular, you can see here. So there you go. And that is the end of the video, I'm afraid. Nice short one. I hope you enjoyed it. 7 or 8 facts technically about Matic. If you like this video, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget to hit that thumbs up, and obviously check out the other videos, my previous and my next, and check out the links to the courses if you want to learn more about cryptocurrency.